Hey guys, welcome to Morning Mobility. We are going to be doing some of my favorite moves that I like to do when I wake up. It just kind of gets the blood flowing, relieves some tension in some of those areas, loosens us up for the day. When you think about like before bed and after an exercise, we focus on that static stretching where we're picking a stretch and we're holding it for however long, 30 seconds to a minute. Where with mobility, when we're warming up for something or starting our day, we're kind of stretching and moving through those movements as well. So that's kind of what this is going to include today. So we're just going to start with warming up our shoulders. Let's take a big inhale, reach up, 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 behind our heads, and then we're gonna come out, turn those hands to the back, and reach those hands behind our back. And we're just gonna move through this, turning those hands here, and then behind our back. Really opening up that chest here, working on that shoulder mobility. Perfect. Taking some deep breaths. And if you're doing this as soon as you wake up, making sure you've had some water, some hydration before we get into these movements, or have some water with you as we go through this. We're gonna do this one more time, and then we're gonna stop with our hands behind our back, and we're gonna go into some standing cat-cows here. So we're gonna round that upper back, and then we're gonna open up that chest. Now we're just using our breath here. Inhaling as we open, and then exhaling. Inhale, and exhale, perfect. Let's reach up, we're gonna grab that left wrist and pull over to that side. And we're gonna switch wrists and over to that other side. And just going back and forth here. And one more time. Let's cross that right leg over our left leg. Take a big inhale and forward fold. And then reach up, other side, and forward fold. Let's reach up and we'll do one more time on each side. Feeling a nice stretch in those hamstrings, maybe in the IT band a bit. And up. Let's hit those hamstrings a little bit more. We're gonna pop that left heel and do some scoops here. We're gonna reach, scoop down, feel some lengthening in that hamstring, the back of that leg. And then we'll switch sides, so popping that right heel in front of us. Perfect, one more. And reach. Let's come to the edge of our mats. Let's take another big inhale, reaching up overhead into that forward fold. Let's hold this here for a few breaths. Kind of popping those knees back and forth. Well, not really popping, I call them popping them, but you're pushing those knees. Gentle bend in the opposite one. And then we're gonna walk it out to the high plank and go into that best stretch ever. So stepping forward with that right foot, keeping that left hand planted into that twist. You can even reach behind you for a little bit extra. This is my favorite stretch of all time. Other foot forward. So reaching up into that twist, reaching behind if we'd like. Bringing it back forward. Let's do the other side one more time. Perfect. Now from here, we're gonna drop that back knee. And we're gonna sit here, or we're gonna reach up into that low lunge. From here, rocking back to that reverse. And we're just gonna go through these movements a couple times. So here we're opening that hip, really lengthening that hip flexor, and then into that hamstring stretch here. We can reach up to deepen that even more, and rock it back. Perfect, let's switch to that other side. So nice low lunge, we can reach up if we'd like, and then rocking it back. So when we're moving our body, we want to be moving it in all planes. So side to side, front and back, and then rotation too. So our next move, we're going to come down onto our hands and knees, and we're going to do a T-spine rotation here. We're going to take that right hand behind our neck, up, and twisting through. Inhale, and twist. hold one more on this side. And then switching to that other side, same thing. Perfect, one more. From here, let's walk our hands out. We're gonna drop that head towards the ground, stretching out those shoulders here. Hold, 3, 2, 1, and walk it back in. Perfect, round that back. We'll just do a couple cat-cows here. And then you can stay there or turn sideways on your mat. This is another one I love doing in the morning. We're just gonna go into some adductor rocks here. So that leg is straight out. Perfect. Feeling a nice lengthening in that inner thigh. And then before we switch sides, we're going to just plant that left hand down, reach up and over, hold for 3, 2, 1. Other side, hold 3, 2, 1. And then let's kick that other leg out. Same thing, let's go into those rocks. Now any of these we can hold longer, we can do more reps, whatever, depending on the time you have, or if you're feeling tightness in those certain areas, you can stay there longer. I just wanted to show you some moves you can do in the morning. They're quick, they're easy, they don't require equipment, just a way to get that body moving, work on some of that mobility, release some of that tension from sleeping. Other side, kind of energize us for the day. From here, we're going to come to a seated position. We're going to go into 90-90 here, and we're just going to switch back and forth. So depending on where you are with your range of motion, this might not be okay for you in your hips. That's okay, we can stay here, and we're going to tap that knee to the middle, come back up, other knee to the middle, and come back up, okay? Trying to sit up as much as you can. I have very little mobility in my hips. It's definitely a goal area of mine. And then we're going to finish off in probably my favorite stretch. We're going to go into child's pose. So we're going to come up on our hands and knees, send those knees nice and wide. We're going to reach out, plant our heads on there, on the mat, and hold here as long as you like. If you want to add some movement into this, we can go into frog rocks. So you're pressing those hips back and forward. You can do a few of these and then finish off in that child's pose, holding as long as you'd like. Until that coffee's ready, or until one of those kids come and interrupt you. Another thing you can add into this last one is walking it to the side and adding in a bit of a side stretch with this. Same thing over to that other side, stretching that out. And then when you're finished there, that finishes up our morning mobility. I hope you guys are feeling better and energized and ready for your day.